Warm welcome to all the participants present here. Today we have with us our subject matter expert, author, editor, Miss Vaishali Jain with us. Vaishali ma'am, over to you. We can start the program now.
Yeah,
We
hi, good
welcome you.
afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So today's webinar is on latest changes in ICSC paper pattern for the academic year 2021-2022 for semester 2. So in today's session, this is all what we are going to cover. We are going to discuss about the reduced and bifurcated syllabus for term 2 ISC Economics Exam 2022, features of specimen question paper published by ISC, discussion on types of questions that will be asked in semester 2 exam, tips for students on how to prepare for the exam, and tips on how to attempt the paper. So as all of you know, there has been a circular issued already. We will be sharing a WhatsApp group with you all, which you can join in, and you will be getting latest updates there as well. The group is for all the subjects for ISC, and you will be getting all the updates regarding that. So the second semester examination will be conducted in last week of April, as per the latest bifurcated syllabus. The date sheet is yet to come. It will be a subjective type. I hope you know that there is a subjective type paper, and mode of examination is not finalized yet. Yet we know that we are hoping it to be now offline only. There are very high chances, provided the pandemic situation is conducive. We cannot comment as of now, but yes, we are expecting it in offline mode now. But still, it will depend if the exams will be online or offline. So let us see what is the syllabus for semester 2. Unit 2. Theory of income and employment, money and banking, balance of payment and exchange rate, public finance, and national income. All the 5 units are coming in full capacity in the exam. We will be discussing the detailed syllabus from these units as well, just following. So now we'll discuss the unit-wise course structure for the subject economics. 856 is the code for the same for semester 2, 2021-2022. So the first chapter we have is Theory of Income and Employment, in which we will discuss the basic concepts and determination of income and employment, the concept of demand and effective demand, that is ex ante and ex post, aggregate demand, its component, APC, APS, then regarding the similar MPC, MPS, then equilibrium output, investment multiplier, its meaning and mechanism, the whole of the equations and the formulas, everything will cover under this. Then we have money and banking. In this, we have the meaning of the term money, its functions, supply of money, that is the kinds of money, functions of money, M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, all the kinds of variants of money are in the syllabus. Along with that, we have inflation, meaning demand, pull, and cost push. These are the only 2 types of inflation that are there in the syllabus. Also, it is specifically mentioned in the syllabus. The diagrams related to the kinds of inflation is not there in the syllabus. Then we have banks, and banks will cover functions of commercial bank, high-powered money, central bank, its functions. So we will be covering functions of commercial bank, all the kinds of functions of central bank, credit control function of central bank, that is the quantitative and qualitative CRR, SLR, bank rate, open market operation, margin requirement, credit rationing, everything is there. That topic, I guess everyone knows, that is one of the most important topic when it comes to money and bank. Then we have balance of payment, its meaning, components, foreign exchange, meaning, determination of foreign exchange rate. Then we have balance of payment, its meaning, causes of disequilibrium, how the disequilibrium can be corrected, meaning of fixed and flexible exchange rate system, determination of exchange rate system in a free market force. Then concept of depreciation, appreciation, devaluation, revaluation, only the meaning, not the implications or merits, demerits. That is not there in the syllabus now. Then we have public finance. In public finance, we'll discuss the meaning of fiscal policy, that is public revenue, its meaning, difference between direct and indirect taxes, public expenditure, meaning and importance of public debt, redemption, then deficit financing, its meaning. So all these terms, the syllabus is there. The syllabus is there on the website as well as the book I'm going to talk about. It is mentioned over there as well, right? Then we have government budget. That is the types and components of budget. What are the different types of government budget, union, state, revenue, and its components. Everything is there. And then we have the unit national income. And national income, we have circular flow of income. Circular flow of income with 2, 3, and 4 sector models is there in the syllabus with leakages and injections. So it is very obvious when 3 and 4 sector will come, leakages and injections are bound to come. Then we have concepts and definitions of national income, GNP, GDP, and NNP, and relation between all these concepts. A brief understanding of this, the concept of GNP and NNP, should be explained with the help of factor cost as well as market cost. That is the GNP at FC as well as GNP at NP. Similarly, NNP at FC as well as NNP at FC, which is also known as national income. Real GDP and nominal GDP, GDP welfare, GDP as an indicator of economic welfare. Again, it is a very, very important topic. I hope you know that. Then we have methods of calculating national income. We have basically 3 methods: product method or value added, same thing, income, and then expenditure method. Along with this, we have simple numericals based on the same. Simple numericals on all the kind of methods for the better understanding of the concepts. Then the ISC specimen paper that has been issued. So the maximum time allowed for the child to do the exam is 1.5 hours with additional 10 minutes of reading time. So the child will be given the paper. He will be asked to read the paper in the 10 minutes as the way we used to follow for so many years. In those 10 minutes, the students are not allowed to write, and then the writing time begins, and then writing time is 90 minutes. Then the maximum marks for the exam are 40 marks. There are 3 sections in the exam, A, B, C. All 3 are compulsory. There is no choice in the section. Although there is an internal choice in section B, to talk about internal choice, in section A, there is no choice. We will be talking about the section, its bifurcation and everything in detail, just following after this. So in section A, we do not have any choice as of now. In section B, there is only one choice in question 6. And in section C also, there is only one choice in question 8. I will show you the question paper, the specimen paper, and then we will discuss about it in detail. So section A, I just told you there are 3 sections, section A, B, C. So if we talk about section A is basically comprising of question 1. Question 1 is of section A, and in that there are 8 parts, 8 subparts of it, which are 1 marks each. And those 8 parts are basically based on MCQs, fill-ups, and true-false. Similarly, section B, we have 12 marks, 6 questions for 2 marks each. That is 6 into 2, 12. And that is 8 into 1, 8 marks. So that is section A and B is comprising of 20 marks. And then we have 20 marks, 4 marker questions, right? So if you look at the paper, the ICSC specimen paper that has been given. So let's have a look at question number. If GDP at MP is rupees 10,000 crores, intermediate consumption is 2,500, and ratio of sales to change in stock is 2001, then sales will be. So this is, you can clearly see this is the MCQ based question, and it is a 1 marker question, and it's a numerical from national income, a basic numerical. Then we have monetary policy is the policy of, all of us know, monetary policy is issued by central bank. So similarly, these are MCQ questions. If you see question number 1, 2, 3, question number 1, part A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts are MCQs, basic MCQs. Then we have a fill-up. AD curve is given by dash plus income approach. Then we have again one more fill-up, and then 7th part is also a fill-up. And if we look at the 8th part, that is a true and false. I hope you know that the true and false never holds any value if the child do not write the reason of it. Citing only true or false, only the statement that the statement is true or false does not give marks. So writing the reason along with it is very, very mandatory. Then we have section B of 12 marks. That is, what is meant by margin requirement? Explain the structure of BOP. What does national income include? Why does national income include only final goods? So you can see these are just very straightforward, simple questions. There are no case study based questions, not having any trick in it. These are very simple, straightforward questions.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows three-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Duty and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Then we have an increase in investment by rupees 400 crores leads to increase in national income by 1600. Calculate MPC. So that's a numerical. All the children knows the formula of MPC. The children knows the formula of multiplier. The children knows all the formulas. Then we can calculate accordingly. Explain the components of legal reserve ratio. Everyone knows there are two components, CRR, SLR. What will be the, okay, if we see the next question, that is question number 6. Question number 6 is the internal choice in section B. Only one choice is there in section B. That is what will be the effect of Government of India if Government of India has doubled the import duty on gold on exchange rate of India. So this is one question which is I'll say a little application based question. The rest all of them are simple straightforward question. This is a little tricky question in which child has to apply the concept that he has learned. Then we have what is meant by the following functions of the central bank, that is the currency authority and banker to the government. Again, simple straightforward question. Then we have section C question, that is of 20 marks. I guess there was some error that I have done. I would like to rectify. I would like to apologize for this. Over here I have written 4 questions for 4 marks. It is going to be 5 questions for 4 marks. Because the last question was a case study based question, so I wanted to add it separately. So I would like to rectify it over here. I will repeat myself. I really apologize for this mistake. So section C, 20 marks. There are 5 questions for 4 marks. If you look over here, question number 1 was our objective type question, 8 parts. Then we have 6 questions, question number 2 to question number 7 of B section, 2 marks each. And if you look over here, question number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. These all 4 are 4 markers each. That is 20 marks. So I would like to rectify it. There was a typing error over there. Yeah. So if you look at section C now, 20 marks. So again, in section C, in question number 8, there is an internal choice. That is, what is the relationship between APC and APS? Can the value of APS be negative? If yes, why? So if you clearly see, this question is basically divided into 2 parts. So if we split, the child should be aware of it, that even though the splitting of the question is not given over here, but the child is supposed to answer accordingly. So if the question is what is the relationship between APC and APS, the child, if the child is willing to do that, the child should be able to derive it numerically also. We know that C plus Y is equals to C plus S is equals to Y divided by Y. We will have APC, APS equal to 1, and then the relationship is derived, and then the child can explain the reason also for the same. And then can the value of APS be negative? Yes, the value of APS can be negative in case of autonomous consumption. So the child can explain it properly, the two different parts. Then we have the other part. In an economy, planned saving exceeds planned investment. How will an equality between the two will be achieved? So we clearly know the answer of it, that if the two are not equal, how the two processes come at equilibrium. So this is a proper theoretical question, and it is a very important question. The child should be able to explain this question very properly. Then we have question number 9. Again, there was only 2 choices in question number 6 of 2 marks, internal choice. In question number 8 also 1 choice, internal choice. Apart from this, there is no choice in the paper at all. So you should ask the children not to leave any topic while studying, because hardly there are any choices, and the questions might be from the same topic in choice also. So the child should be aware of thoroughly of all the topics. Then we have, how does interest rates and level of income in an economy affects the foreign exchange rate? Again, that's a simple straightforward question. But yeah, it is also application. This question, the child have to relate it, that how the interest rate will impact the foreign exchange again. If we'll see this question, although it is not bifurcated into two parts, but it itself is showing that it is into two parts. That is, the A part is how interest rate affects foreign exchange, and the B part is how level of income affects foreign exchange rate. Then we have the steps involved in calculation of national income by value added method. So whatever steps we have, divide the economy into three sectors: primary, secondary, tertiary, and then we calculate value of output, then we calculate a value of sales, and IC, closing stock minus opening stock, whatever the formulas are, we put it up properly. We have GVA, MP, and then we come at national income by adding, subtracting, depreciation, NIT, and FCMP, NFI, whatever the components are. So we convert the equation that the child is supposed to show it stepwise, the proper steps involved. Again, this is a very straightforward direct question. Now, in question number 11, we can see that this is an application-based question. That's a little bit hodge variety of question. The child have to see it's a application of GK in the economics. So we can see the government under Ujjwala Yojana is providing free LPG kitchen gas connection to the families below the poverty line. What objective the government is trying to fulfill through the government budget and how? So we can clearly see that the government is trying to provide subsidies to the have-nots. So they are trying to bring in, over here if we see, there are two government objectives that are fulfilled. The one is they're trying to reduce inequalities of gap, and they're also trying to redistribute income, right? Then we have one more, then that's a proper case study based question. There is one case study based question, question number 12. We are expecting the paper to be based on the specimen paper only. Let's hope what comes in the exam, but yes, we prepare our child as per what is given in the specimen paper. So when credit is to be expanded, the central bank reduces the bank rate. By this, central bank encourages the commercial bank to keep small proportion of the deposits as reserves in the borrowings from central bank is now less costly than before. This measure is also helpful in present COVID-19 situation. So child has to explain what is bank rate, the rate of lending in long-term rate. By reducing bank rate, what is the main purpose of central bank? To increase the money supply. Now you have to see, this is a 2-marker question. The child is going to explain it in a proper manner as per the Nabal's word limit. So how is decrease in bank rate helpful in COVID-19 situation? So we can see question number 2 and 3, the two parts are quite similar, but again, the child is going to explain it accordingly. Now over here, if you see the main difference, in the second part, there is a reduction in bank rate. So what is the purpose with which a central bank does it? And now in the third part, it is relating it to only COVID-19 situation. So the child is supposed to take care of this fact, and the question is explained as per the situation, exact situation. Now, there is an ebook. I will be showing this ebook at the end of the webinar. This is the link of the ebook shared by Goyal Brothers Prakashan. I will be sharing the ebook at the end of the webinar, and till the point, I have a few tips for exam preparation. That is, I hope you know that all of us are aware of this fact very properly, that when the students are studying economics during the whole course, during the whole duration, they feel it's a piece of cake. And when they attend the exam, when they actually give the exam, even in the home tests, in the school, at the home, they're solving question papers, sample papers at home, they are not able to secure much, even though they are aware of all the concepts. So this is one big problem that the students specifically face in economics, that they do not read the question carefully with concentration. The question, what we say is, the deception, the breaking of the question is very necessary. The question, the child should be able to, interpret the question properly and break it into the parts and answer it accordingly. Then underline or mark the main points in the reading time of 10 minutes. I guess none of us as teachers, or very few of us as teachers, ask our students or guide our students that how are they supposed to utilize the reading time. So this is one point I would like to really tell you and highlight, that please tell it to your students to, very judiciously use their 10 minutes of reading. And whatever important keywords they find, they can underline those keywords in the question paper at that time. Try to understand the question properly. I guess all first 3 points are focusing on question paper only. Because I told you, if the question paper, if the child is able to understand the question properly, his half job is done there. Rather, I'll say 70% job is done. Because the answer is already, the child is already aware of the answer. The problem is he is not aware that this answer belongs to this question. So if the child actually follows for the first 3 steps, then I am pretty much sure he will be able to crack 99 marks very, very, very easily. Then we have asked the child to go through the specimen paper with solution. This will help them to familiarize to, even if the students are there, this will help you to familiarize with the pattern of the questions and methodologies of solving the question and instill a sense of confidence.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutor and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Go through the syllabus properly, prepare the units accordingly. In economics, the concept clarity is very, very, very essential. I guess this goes without saying that in economics, if you do not know the concept, you won't be able to crack the question. Specifically, the kind of questions we talked about, like in question number 8, the choice question, we have question number 11 and question number 12 also. If the child is not aware of the concept, there is no way that the child can answer the question. Develop an economic sense by learning various concepts in economics with thorough understanding. Attempt the question paper. This is, I guess, we all know that as a teacher, we always prefer the child to attend the paper in a serial order if possible. It is not mandatory, it is not compulsory, but yes, we do always expect the child to attempt the paper in a series, either backwards, either from front. So ask your child to try. It is not a compulsory thing, mind my words, it is not compulsory to attend the paper in the serial order, but yes, we prefer that the child should attempt the paper in a serial order, or otherwise whatever questions you find easy with, that's it. A proper and logical reason should be given. I told you at that time of discussing true false also, that a proper reason should be given for the true and false. You should not write only yes or no. That will not fetch your marks. What is to be done at the time of writing exams? So choice of questions. Again, this is again a very important thing that can be done with 10 minutes of reading only. That while reading the question paper, the child should decide then and there that which, if the child is able to, again, all these are just suggestions, advices. These are not compulsions or orders. These are just suggestions to the students that this is how they can proceed. So ask the child to make sure that they have read the options very carefully, both the options very, very carefully, and ask them to choose what part they are going to attempt in those 10 minutes. This is, a personal advice from my end. Then read the instructions very carefully, if there are any instructions in the exam. Now, before you get the question paper, till the point you're getting the question paper, ask the children, or if the students are there, please close your eyes. Take deep breath and relax. This will really relieve you from any stress and anxiety that you might be experiencing and freshen up your mind. Take the first 10 minutes of the exam to analyze the question paper thoroughly. Begin with reading the instruction first. Then proceed with going through each of the questions and marks allotted to them. This way you will know how much time you need to spend on each question. Then create a strategy. How are you going to do the paper? Draft a plan in your mind and execute accordingly. Take your time and don't hurry through. If the time permits, then make sure that you read the questions after writing them. If the time permits, I really feel like the child, while practicing the sample papers previous to the exam, like students might start attempting the sample papers by mid-March or by the end of March, or even if you must have started from now only by the first week of March. So while attempting the paper, just try, if it's 90-mark paper, then you should try to wind up your paper in 70 to 75 minutes at the maximum, so that you have 15 to 20 minutes with yourself to revise the exam. So draft a plan. So once you are done answering, try to read all the answers completely so that you are able to rectify any mistakes, specifically numericals, if there are any. You are able to check that they have not done any kind of silly mistake, application of any formula is not wrong. If need not be, try to answer the question that you are not sure of. Okay, that is also one more thing that we need to tell our children, that sometimes the children do not know the answer at all. It happens, it might happen that sometimes there are some questions which we are vaguely aware or which we are not sure. Just tell your children to attempt those questions. Just do not leave it. They might know a point or two, even if they're not sure of it, they can guess about it. It might be able to help them to get maybe, let's say, 1 or 2 marks out of 4. Let's say half out of 2. Then what's the harm? Anything more is better than nothing. So please make sure that the students do attempt all the questions by whatever knowledge they have of that. For any queries, you can write at marketing@goyal-books.com. And now I will just show you. I have already opened the link on the Chrome that I have just shown you. So I will just show you the book that I just discussed you. So if you see the ISC Goyal Brothers Prakashan economics question paper with model test paper. So what is all there in the book that you and the children can find is that the book is having the proper syllabus that we just discussed. I just discussed the syllabus with you now. So that has been, I've taken it from here only. So the book is having the proper syllabus, the reduced and bifurcated syllabus. After that, it is having, if you see the content, then it is having the summary, the quick revision points of each and every chapter that will really help the child during the exam. Then after each, let's have a look at the chapter. So see, this is the summary, just a one-page summary, which will really help the child to, get up the concepts. And then all the variety of questions that are given by ISC. So all the kind of questions that are given by ISC, 1 markers, fill in the blanks, very short, one-liner questions, 2 markers, 4 markers. So all the variety of questions are there over here. Numericals, short, long, case study based questions, the similar kind of approach, 1, 2 and 1 marks, 2, 1, 1. So this is there for each chapter. Then it is having the specimen paper issued by the council. And after that, there are 5 model test papers that are unsolved. So that is all there. I guess this will really help the child to, go through the concepts properly during the exam and practice till that point. I would now like to open the doubts. If anybody is having any queries, they can write in the chat box. Mr. Jitin, can you please share the WhatsApp group link with everyone?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm sharing it.
Yeah, please do that. Okay, till the point sir is doing that, can we please welcome the doubts from anyone? Can we allow the participants to unmute them?
Just a minute. There's a question from Pyali ma'am. Can we get a copy of the book or ebook? Yeah, we are sharing the ebook. I'm sharing a link. You can access the ebook from there.
Right.
Now participants can also unmute themselves and speak if they have any doubt.
So you can unmute yourself, everyone. Saran ma'am, you can unmute yourself. Do we have numericals in national income unit? If yes, please explain. Suchita ma'am, we have numericals. If you have seen the PPT that I just presented, there are numericals, but the level of the numericals is basic only. We have basic type of numericals. And if you want me to explain those numericals, those variety of numericals, I will be soon taking one more webinar. I can tell you the date for it. We will be giving you the reference for the same. I don't have a schedule with me right now. So we'll be soon giving a webinar for the same, in which I will be explaining the variety of numericals and everything related to that. And you can join in. We'll definitely send you the link and you can get in there and get through it. Only basic variety of questions of numericals are there, not a very high level of numericals. I want to know whether we have proportional progressive categories of taxes. So that is there in the syllabus. Direct and indirect taxes are there. Whatever category they are into it, that are there in the syllabus. Specifically, this kind of categorization is not there. But yes, this is there in the syllabus. Because we have direct and indirect taxes in the syllabus. Anybody else having any doubt?
But
Yes, ma'am.
national income numericals are not included according to the syllabus.
Ma'am, I will. You can just check the council's issued syllabus. They have not said that the numericals of high level are there, but the basic. If you will see even the specimen paper, I will just present it to you. If you want that, I can do that again. If you will just see, I'm just opening my PPT only and getting to that question itself. If you will see the very first question, if GDP at MP is 10,000 crores, IC is 2,500, and the sales of ratio is 2:1, then the sales will be. So we can clearly see this is the question from value added method. So the basic level of questions, these are very basic level questions that is there. This is the very first question of the specimen paper issued by the council.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutor and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Yeah, so we need to teach all the numericals in detail, but they won't be
Ma'am, not in detail, not in detail. Just they should have an idea of the numericals and basic mathematics. See, if we see, this is just a very basic mathematics. Let me present you the screen and show you the PPT and the questions so that we can discuss about it. Okay, is my PPT visible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see, if the question is GDP at MP is 10,000 crores and IC is 2,500 crores and 2,500, and the sales of ratio to change in stock is 2:1. So the child should be aware of the formula that GDP at MP is equals to value of output minus IT, and value of output is equals to sales plus change in stock, and change in stock is closing minus opening. The child should be aware of at least these kind of basic formulas. And this is just very basic application of the same. So even though numericals are not there of that level, but we can see clearly the very first question is from numericals of national income only.
Acha, thank you very much.
Yes, yes, you're most welcome. Yes, ma'am, money multiplier is definitely no, money multiplier is not there. Investment multiplier is there from income denomination. Money multiplier is not there. But if the child is aware of the concept of investment multiplier, then the money multiplier and investment multiplier are very similar. Investment multiplier is definitely there, the formula for it, and its relationship with MPC. No, ma'am, credit creation is. Ma'am, if you will refer the book, and and we will be sending you the PDF also, the e-link also. You can clearly see the syllabus is properly bifurcated over there. Each and every topic is mentioned there. So it will be clear to you from then and there on. You can refer each and every topic from there. Whatever is written precisely is there. Whatever, okay, there is one small, tip that I will give you. If there are sometimes some questions around the topic, which might or might not come, we advise the children to at least read it once. This is just a tip from my end, that this is what I tell my students, that there are some topics sometimes which we are not sure of. I tell them just go through it and read it once. The concept is required for the qualitative and quantitative control. Yes, qualitative and quantitative control to control credit methods is all there. That is a very important topic. No, there is no category from BOP. We only have foreign exchange. Again, I've shown you the PPT. I've discussed the syllabus with you there and then. Again, I'm telling you, for the syllabus part, you can clearly refer the book, or even you can go to the website and you can just simply write down the bifurcated syllabus for ISC. You can clearly see it from there. So only balance of payment is there in the syllabus. Any other doubt? So I'll just present ending video. Just give me a minute.
Ma'am, excess demand and deficient demand and the methods to correct it, those things are not there, isn't it?
That is not there. Yes, okay. The excess demand and deficient demand, but the methods to actually, ma'am, this is one of the similar thing, na? If
Investment
functions of central bank, that is how to control credit, is there, then automatically the child is aware of excess demand and everything. These are just one and the same thing.
That's there.
Yeah, they have eliminated it from one end and kept it at one end.
Ma'am, fiscal policy too, there is no omission, isn't it? I think the merits and demerits are not there anyways. It is only for optional study.
Right, you're right.
And other things, that is public debt, reasons for borrowing and methods of debt redemption. I think the first one is not there in methods of debt redemption. Repudiation is not to be considered. Am I right?
Yes, you're perfectly right.
Okay. And deficit financing, only the meaning.
Only the meaning, yes. Deficit financing, only the meaning is there. That's it. Basically, they have kept majority of the topics, but in those topics, the detailed version of it is deducted, and they have kept meaning of a majority of topics.
Okay, and shall we give the outline of fiscal policy to what are the measures to be taken to control inflation and deflation?
Although it is not there in the syllabus, if we talk about inflation, we have only two types of inflation and only its meaning in the syllabus. But when we talk about the functions of central bank, when we explain the child about the quantitative and qualitative method, then we anyway explain them that how is bank rate, why is bank rate reduced? We always explain them this part. Even if you see in the specimen paper issued by the council, question number 12, that is in the case study based question. 4 parts were there. If you see the second part, why have they reduced bank rate? So the child should be aware that why have they reduced bank rate? How bank rate will help in controlling the COVID-19 situation? That was the third part.
Yeah.
So when we explain the functions, it is very obvious. It is very much, expected that the child is aware of it.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is Jayashree. I want to know that in the theory of income and employment, the excess demand and the deficit demand and the measures to correct them, is it there in the syllabus?
We were just discussing the same question, ma'am. Officially, it is not there in the syllabus.
Okay.
But officially it is not. Excess demand and deficient demand officially is not there in the syllabus.
Okay.
But there is a but over here, and that but is that if the child is learning in money and banking, there is a head called as central bank. In that, there is a head called as functions of central bank, and in that function, there is a function that is called as how the central bank controls money supply. So when we teach that topic, the quantitative and qualitative method, it is very, very, very obvious that we teach the child about inflation, excess demand. We tell him that why it is done. We always started with that bank rate is done. We always start the topic like when the demand is too much. To control the demand, we reduce the money supply. We reduce the money in the hands of public. To reduce the money in the hands of public, we reduce money supply. And to reduce money supply, we take out the money from people. And this is the ways through which we do it.
Okay.
So it is indirectly related, but it is there. Officially, it is not there. But when one topic is there, it relates to all the topics. So we're going to tell the students all the concepts.
But diagrams are not essential.
Diagrams are not there. Diagrams are specifically written. Diagrams are not at all there. Even of inflation, any kind of diagram is not there.
Thank you for participating in this webinar. We hope you enjoyed the webinar with some useful takeaways. We would like to hear back from you. Kindly share your feedback or suggestions via our email, that is marketing@goyal-books.com. If you are looking for an opportunity to work with us in any capacity, like an author, resource person, subject expert, editor, reviewer, etc., kindly share your details with marketing@goyal-books.com. To conduct a webinar for your organization, kindly write to us at marketing@goyal-books.com with your details. To buy our books online, visit www.goyal-books.com. Our books are also available on Amazon. Goyal Brothers Prakashan, once again, thanks you for your participation in the webinar to make it useful.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tuesday and avail your courses at affordable prices.